Okay, so let's talk about some of the intangible benefits of using an attorney.
Well, that's definitely kind of connection with the industry. I mean, using an attorney just kind of gives you it's a status. I mean, a lot of people like to use that as saying, oh, let me pass this by my attorney first. It is a status thing, but it's warranted because attorneys are paid to make sure that everything is correct with a deal, or it's in the best interest of their client. So that is their job. So that's the main advantage of using an attorney.
When they say, well, I have to have my attorney review this, there's a cachet, but it's also kind of like a warning, like don't try to screw me over.
Yeah. That's the other thing. It basically, and that's why you write letters, follow-up letters if you're having meetings and you can't get an NDA signed. You have your attorney do a follow-up letter, kind of stating what happened in the meeting, and however nice or whatever tone he does it in, at least it's something that's documenting. And that's every attorney who receives a letter understands that letter one day could be submitted for litigation. So they understand that if there's a letter coming from an attorney, that one needs to be filed, and if something comes up with that, then that becomes one of those files that you wouldn't steal that idea from, or you'd be deterred from stealing that idea. So it acts as a deterring element.
That's awesome. That's a very good point. Very good. Okay, other intangible benefits of using an attorney?
Well, if you have a cool attorney, he might be able to get you into some things. You just never know. I mean, it's attorneys. A lot of deals, a lot of people come to attorneys, and whether they come for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, a lot of opportunities come. And if usually a firm that has a lot of clients and a lot of connections and a lot of contact with the industry, they see things that may line up, and if they do, then they may introduce you to the person who's actually going to fund your project, or the person who's going to produce your project. So that's and I don't here at Metal we don't stress that as people wanting people to hire us just for that, but it is kind of a perk after we're hired for the legal work. We like to focus on us doing the legal work, but we do have perks that come along with being a client.
I think it's great that you mentioned that, because really you should have an attorney because of the protection, because of all of the things that will help you to navigate on the legal frontier. But you make an excellent point, because this business is so much about relationships, and and people have a hard time really understanding how important that is. That people want to work with people that they know and they trust. And, a lot of people are working on specs, and they're sensitive about deals being stolen or falling apart that they put so much of their lives into. And so there's something to be said for working with people that you know and trust, and people who are referred. So that's a really good point, that, if a law firm's been around, they've done business, they've developed relationships, that can definitely help you, provided that you are someone that other people would want to be in a relationship with.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a great point. Okay, awesome. Well, we've touched on a lot of things today, and I hope that this is the first of many opportunities to work with you, Richard. I really appreciate the time and the insight that you've put into making this happen. I just want to let people who are viewing know how to reach you. So Metal Law Group has a website at www.metallawgroup.com. Again, they also are on YouTube. There's some excellent content there. They have social media presence. They're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, all of that, really, right?
Yes, and everything is Metal Law Group. So if you go Twitter /Metal Law Group, Facebook /Metal Law Group, YouTube Metal Law Group. So pretty easy to find. Okay,
so I'm going to make sure to provide additional links as well. But I definitely want to let people know there's a phone number here also to call the law firm. Obviously, you can just hear from our conversation today, kind of like the personality that you have, Richard, and I know you also have some amazing people within your firm. I really like the way that you guys present yourselves. You just come across as like really innovative and, lighthearted, but at the same time fierce, So I just think there's a great balance there in the attributes that you bring to the table. So, again, I just want to thank you and give people an opportunity to check you guys out. And if you're tuning in and there's questions that maybe this brought up, things that you want to know more about, then please do, go to my website, lightedstar.biz, send me an email, or, get on one of my social network sites, and, let us know the topics that you want to hear about, maybe situations that you found yourself in that you want to hear some elaboration on. And, we'll see if we can make that happen, right? So
yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you again. Richard, is there anything that you want to add to those who are listening?
No, I think you said it all. That was great. And, definitely feel free to contact us if you have any questions.